It's a unique place. We don't have anything like that anywhere in the world, I guess. This is a pioneering effort by the UAE.
Hi, I'm Sarah Forster, news editor here at The National, and welcome to this week's edition of A Closer Look. Now, back in March, we were invited down to the Abrahamic Family House in Abu Dhabi to see what it was all about. Now it's in full swing, worshippers are flocking down there, and we were invited for an exclusive first interview with the three faith leaders of the houses. Now, if you'd like to see those interviews, they are of course all on our website, but we're about to speak to Anjana Sankar, our reporter who we sent down there. Anjana, thank you for coming in, Anjana.
Thank you, Sarah.
So, when we were down there the first time, obviously empty, right? Nobody there, we just saw the beautiful buildings and we were just explained all the meaning and the symbolism and everything, and it was very beautiful. But how was it now going back down there in its sort of fully operating state?
Yeah, the Abrahamic House opened to the public on March 1st, so it's been 3 or 4 months, and it is fast becoming one of the most favorable places of worship for people from all these three religions. Muslims, Christians and Jews are going to the Abrahamic House to have a spiritual experience and to pray in their respective house of worship. So the place is pretty much filled up to the capacity. We spoke to the religious leaders there. All three of them unanimously said the numbers are exceeding their expectations.
Yes, so let's go through them one by one, shall we? So you went to the mosque and you spoke with the imam, and he in particular said that support and attendance was sort of far beyond anything they expected.
Yeah, we know the capacity of each individual houses of worship is around between 200 to 350. Varies a little bit from the mosque and the synagogue and from the church. The mosque around 300, and the imam, Dr. Mahmoud, was telling me every Friday when they have Friday prayers, they are catering to more than 1,000 worshippers. So that speaks a lot about the popularity of the place and how people think it is a very special place to go and pray. We have hundreds of mosques across the UAE, and why this place of worship is special for the faithful is because it is a very outcome of a great human fraternity document signed by two great religious personalities. So people accord a lot of respect and admiration for this place, which is not just a house of worship, it is also a place that is promoting religious tolerance and interfaith dialogue.
I think it says a lot that people are very much choosing to go to this location for their prayers and for worshipping because it is in such close proximity to those other faith houses.
Yeah, I think that is why the Abrahamic Family House is so special, because it's a unique place. We don't have anything like that anywhere in the world, I guess. This is a pioneering effort by the UAE to walk the talk when it comes to promoting religious tolerance. And we have seen it when it opened. It's a beautiful complex. If you haven't been there, you should definitely go and visit, because it is becoming a must-do itinerary in many of the tourists when they come to the UAE. In the same complex, they have three beautiful buildings located, one just next to each other. So you have a mosque and a church and a synagogue all in one complex, all the three Abrahamic religions. I think that's the beauty of it, right?
So let's move on to the synagogue. And you spoke to the rabbi there, and he talked about just the wonderful celebrations that have happened in that house since it opened. Tell us a bit more about that.
Yeah, see, synagogue is very special because, as we all know, after UAE and Israel signed the Abrahamic Accords, we have forged diplomatic relationship. It has opened up the country, and both the countries having robust bilateral and other business or people-to-people relations. So this place is becoming a spiritual place of worship for the Jewish community, not just in the UAE, in the region. Rabbi Sarna was saying the entire Jewish community is gravitating towards that place, not just for worship, but for all kind of community activities. They've had a Jewish wedding, they're having baby naming ceremonies, and every special religious occasion is celebrated in the synagogue.
And of course, not long after the Abrahamic Family House opened, there were 3 big religious holidays, all sort of roughly at the same time.
Yeah, in April, Rabbi Sarna was pointing out the beauty of it is how they had a Passover celebrations in the synagogue. At the same time, Ramadan coincided in the same month, and in the church, worshippers were celebrating Easter. So all these 3 religious communities coming together to celebrate their special religious occasions in the Abrahamic house. So that was the beauty of it, where it is a place where people from all religions come together to pray and also to understand each other and have that interfaith dialogue.
Last but not least, obviously, we have the church with Father Derek.
Father Derek, yeah.
And what did he have to say?
So he was again talking about the popularity of this place. We have a few churches for various denominations in Abu Dhabi itself, but he said the number of faithful who are coming to the church every week has exceeded more than 1,000 worshippers. That's far more than the real numbers that they can accommodate. So when they opened, they started with the Sunday Mass once in a week, but now there is a Mass happening every afternoon. And when we were down there, we saw people, visitors and people from different backgrounds who were in the church attending the Mass. So, and the priest there said, there's one strong message that the Abrahamic house gives out, or the fact that they are coexisting together, that it's not a place where people just come to worship. They want to tell the world that all these 3 people have their own differences, but they can coexist. They can live in harmony, accept the differences, but still love and let live. So love and let live is what the Father said the Abrahamic house is all about. I thought that was quite profound a statement.
Yeah, wonderful. So definitely somewhere to put on your to-do list, say, if you're visiting the Emirate.
Definitely, Abrahamic house should be in your itinerary.
All right, thank you, Anjana.
Thank you, Sarah.
Well, thank you for joining us for this week's edition of A Closer Look, brought to you from right here in the National's newsroom. Remember, all of our previous episodes are on our YouTube channel, and if you'd like to suggest a future episode, you can always leave your comments in the box below.